Hey guys, it's Ginny. This is my week 44 post-op VSG update. It's Monday, February 1st, 2016. I know I usually make these on Fridays, although I've been a little negligent with that lately. You, as a woman, like those of you who are women or do identify as women, do you ever like have days where you just can't get your hair to do anything that you like? Like I tried like 25 different things with it before this video, and finally I was just like ponytail because nothing's working. I think it's kind of at an awkward length right now where it only looks good in ponytails. Anyway, so this is my 10-month surgiversary video. Um, that's just amazing to me. I can't believe it's been 10 months. Only 2 months till my 1-year anniversary. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. It's flown by. But anyhow, so last week I was 320 pounds exactly, or 145.1 kilos. And this last Friday on weigh-in day, I was 318.6 pounds. So a loss of 1.4 pounds, 0.6 kilos this week. Not a huge loss, but it's a loss. I'll take it. Um, I am wondering if my weight loss is slowing a little because of all the working out that I'm doing. I know that doesn't make sense, but my exercise physiologist said that I'm like building muscle. Sorry, my husband was saying something and it was loud. Anyway, um, yeah, so I'm wondering if it's muscle building, like he says. I don't know. I haven't been eating differently. I'm not taking in more calories now that I'm working out. I know some people do that. Maybe I need to, but for now I'm just going to keep going with this and see how it goes. If my weight loss slows significantly, like regularly, then I'll probably switch something up. Oh, like I was saying, sorry for the delay on the video. My poor little kitty cat was very sick on Friday. I spent the day taking care of her, and then my husband actually came home from work early, being the angel that he is, to go with me to take her to the vet. She's fine, thankfully. Her new food was not um, was not helping her digestion in the way that she needed it to, poor little thing. So we have her on some different food now. So hopefully she won't get sick again. She seems better. Um, and then we had, like, I was hoping to get the video done Saturday or Sunday, but we had a very busy weekend. My hubby and I spent all day Saturday doing errands and shopping together, which was lovely. That's not something we usually do, but there's been like a backup on the list of things that we need to get for various reasons, things that we are out of or need, like adapters for our laptops and things like that, that we just keep putting off. So because you can only buy them during certain business hours, so we went and got that done, and like both of us felt like we accomplished a lot that day. It was a really good day, and plus it was really romantic just walking around holding hands. Any excuse to do that. Even after almost 2 years of marriage, we're still in that newlywed phase, I think. Um, and let's see. Oh, and then Sunday we went to a convention. We were out all day long. So, yeah, it was a great weekend. It was a crazy busy weekend. One where I got in a lot of walking, but not much of a rest weekend like it was supposed to be. But yeah, but we got a lot done and had a lot of fun. So, it works. Um, yeah, okay, so in regards to my exercise, I had arm day on Thursday, and like I was really sore. And then I went to see my exercise physiologist on Friday. I usually see him on Wednesdays, but it was Friday this past week because there was a holiday during the week and his scheduling, that's how it had to be. And we worked on my arms there too. And that day they weren't that sore, but the next day, oh my God, like I had trouble closing the car door. Like my arms were really hurting. And it's Monday, and they're just now getting to feel better. Like I can still, like if I actually, like they were so sore that even just touching them, I would scream in pain. Like just, not scream, but it was really painful, just like even touching them. Um, so I think I'm gonna have to be really careful to schedule my arm days that I do here in our home gym, well, our apartment complex gym, on days that are not too close to my day with my exercise physio, because I don't want that to happen again. Um, let's see, my workouts in general are going very well. I upped the treadmill, like I was just doing, first I was just doing 20 minutes straight on the bike and the treadmill, like each one. Now I'm doing 20 minutes, then I did like 20 minutes interval on the bike, but 20 minutes just regular on the treadmill. Now I'm doing interval on both. The treadmill is it's kind of challenging on interval for me, but that's good. I want to keep finding ways to make it challenging. I'm still having a heck of a time with the elliptical. It sucks. And I don't think it's actually sucking in the right way. Like, I feel like when I get to the top of the cycle, like you're going kind of around like this with the glider, like your foot stays flat, obviously, but it's going like this, right? And I feel like when I get up to here, it like drops out from under me. Um, and there's impact on my knees, there's impact on my back, and that's why after 4 minutes, my body's like, oh hell no, like I'm done with it. Um, so like I don't think it's a muscle, like it doesn't feel like a muscular thing to me. It doesn't feel like I don't know. So I've talked to some people who have some experience in that area, and a lot of them are saying I might be too short for this elliptical, that it might have something to do with my height. Um, I hadn't really considered that, but maybe that's it. And some other people said try it on um, a higher resistance setting, that actually slows it down and can make it easier in some ways. So I'm going to give that a shot. What have I got to lose? And if I really keep feeling like the elliptical is doing more harm than good, I'm going to talk to my exercise physiologist about it. But I really want to conquer it, like not just because I don't want an exercise machine to beat me, like not just out of pride, although that might be a small part of it, but because I like it's supposed to be less impact, and less impact would be great. Like I really need to be able to get the cardio in without the impact that I get from the treadmill for sure. And the bike even, because of the size of my thighs, like when I'm on the bike, I can't keep both legs straight because of like keeping my feet on the pedals, right? I can't keep both legs straight because of how big my thighs are. So like one leg kind of bows out if I'm not super careful, if I'm not being conscientious about it the entire time. And then my like inner thigh gets really sore, my knee gets a little sore, and also like the feet, like where the arches of my feet are, like I can't actually keep the pedal straps on because my feet are so wide, and like they're just not comfortable. And yeah, and it actually gets painful on my feet. Like I have to keep adjusting my feet the whole time, and yeah, I'm worried that that's gonna do some damage. I don't know. So I would love to have a third option besides the treadmill and the bike that doesn't have either of those issues, that's low impact, and I don't have to deal with the bike pedals. So I really want it to work. So I'm going to give it another shot tonight. I'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. See if, like, I was able to get to 5 minutes once. Haven't been back there since. About 4 minutes is what I seem to be able to do. And that's with, like, I get to 2 minutes and I feel like I'm done. Like, so for me to get to 4 minutes, like force myself to get to 4 minutes, it's just, I mean, it's like barely tolerable. Like, I'm more like ready to get off that thing than I am after like 20 minutes on the bike pushing really hard. And when I get off that bike, I'm like, sorry, this is gross. I'm drenched in sweat. Drenched, like there's like sweat pouring off my head, and like just my shirt is soaked, and I've never been one to sweat. Like that's never been me. So until recently. So I know I'm getting a really good workout on this bike. So why is 4 minutes on the elliptical like why is 2 minutes so much I like harder than 20 minutes on the bike, which is really intense. So I don't know. Blathering on about that. If anybody has any idea why that might be so freaking hard, and if it could have something to do with my height, yeah, feel free to comment. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe there's something I haven't considered, but otherwise I'm going to keep trying. I really want it to work. So Okay, so let me just interject here really quickly. It's several hours later post-workout. My makeup is crap now. But I just wanted to say the elliptical, we did put it on the interval setting on level 2, which might even be able to try level 1 next time, I don't know. But I did make it to 5 minutes this time. It did seem a tiny bit easier and less hellish. So I think having a little bit of resistance does help the impact factor for me. So I'm going to probably keep going with that and try to do it a little bit longer each time, and we'll see if that helps. And if I have any lasting pain at all from doing it, then I will definitely be mentioning that to my exercise physiologist. He does know that I'm struggling with it. So yeah, I definitely don't want to injure myself, but I don't want to wuss out either. And my husband took some footage of me working really hard on the bike today, so I thought you'd like to see that. So um, he actually asked me to say something for the camera, but I had my headphones in and I didn't hear him. So that's why I didn't answer him. But anyway, so you can see that now.
Say something for the camera?
Okay, so we made an amazing low-carb zucchini lasagna. I say we, the truth is my husband made it. It was very good. It's the version we had, it calls for, I think, lean ground beef or ground turkey or something. We used regular ground beef, but you can use whatever you want, or you can probably omit the meat and use tofu or something. It really seems like a recipe that would be easily adaptable for whatever you want. And I've got a link to that recipe in my post about making it, and that's on my Tumblr site, which is vsginny.tumblr.com. So yeah, you should go check that out and make it because it's amazing and very easy on the sleeve. I had an easy time eating with it. So um, okay. Oh, and one thing that I've noticed, interestingly, my palate is really changing over time, and I think part of that is cutting out sugar, like almost completely. Obviously, that's going to change your palate, but like it's still been amazing to me. Like I still have a little bit of a sweet tooth. Like I still, if my husband has some dessert, we'll have a spoonful, and it tastes really good to me. I wish that weren't true. I wish I could be like, oh, I hate food that's sweet now. Like, but that's just not true. But I did, like, I tried a food that used to be really bland to me and now tastes like over the top sweet. Like, it has, like, it's a full sugar kind of dessert, and I tried a spoon of it, and I was like, oh, like, it just, it was too much. And I used to not be able to handle, like, vinegary foods. I really didn't like vinegary foods. They were too sour or whatever. And now, like, vinegary foods is like, I really love them. And my husband's always been a big fan of vinegary food, so he's really happy with this change because suddenly he's like, hey, we both like the same thing. This is fun. But yeah, like we went out to a Chinese restaurant with some friends last night, and yeah, there was this like spicy dish I got that had this amazing spicy sauce, and I used to not be able to handle that. Like even like immediately post surgery, I like for several months there I couldn't handle spice. I still there are still times that I can't. I have to be really careful with the reflux that I have. But I timed this right, and it was amazing and delicious. And like they also had black vinegar, which I added to that sauce, and oh my God, it was amazing. Like I could have drunk it. That's how much I liked it. So yeah, my palate is very different. So have you guys experienced much of a palate change? I imagine many of you have. Um, but it's just it's crazy to me how different things taste now. Um, Okay, so my number recap really quickly. High weight was 600 pounds, 272.1 kilos in January 2014. Date of surgery, 28th March 2015. I was 488.2 pounds or 221.4 kilos. Total weight loss so far, 281.4 pounds, 127.6 kilos. And total weight loss since surgery, 169.6 pounds, 76.9 kilos. I'm doing great, you know, I just got to keep going. Oh, and in March, I'm going to see my surgeon. I don't think I said that last time. Going to see my surgeon. He's going to do a gastroscopy on me, check out the reflux that I'm having, see if he can determine what the cause might be. Hopefully, it's an easy fix. So I'll let you guys know when that happens, how that goes. And shout outs. Dennis Vinay said recently that he's, quote, exactly half the person that he used to be now. I'm sure physically that that's true, but Dennis, you are like 100% awesome. And Trisha Pretty has lost 200 pounds, which is amazing. So very happy for her. I don't think I shouted her out last time. I should have gone back and checked before I posted this, but if I did, then she gets two. Haha. So anyway, love you guys. You're awesome. And I'll see you, I would say next week, but now it's the end of this week. I'll see you in 5 days. Bye.